Hey YouTubers, so we're back with the Warm Water Solutions 200. I've taken off the access panel on the side, and for people who are interested, I'll just kind of show you what's actually in this thing. There's your heat exchanger, and that gives you an idea of what's actually going on in here. You see all this creosote buildup. There's a certain amount of that you're just not going to be able to, it's the nature of burning wood, right? There's really no way out of that. It would be awful nice if it didn't do that, but that's just part of the deal, I'm trying to get this set here just right so I can. So there's two ways that I deal with this. The simplest way is to take your panel off, and you can just, that creosote there, that's going to insulate your lines from. This is probably the easiest. If you just brush this off, just get your brush, and I'm wearing a mask because that creosote's nasty stuff, You just clean your lines off, and I got a longer version of this. This is one way to deal with it. Just, part of normal maintenance, get this stuff off because it will build and build and build. Kind of no way out of it. Clean your lines off. I've been burning for a few weeks now with this, and I just basically I call this normal maintenance. That's this part, but I'm gonna get all up in there because it goes way back there. So this heat exchanger, it covers the entire firebox. So I had not seen a video on YouTube that shows you really what this thing is all about. But look at that. That's a lot of surface area going there. And there's, your firebox is literally right down there. So all that fire. And it also goes to show you really want to get those flames really, really up in these pipes. And if you go, I'm going to the chimney now. There's the very top of it. Literally, the entire upper portion of this box has got room for heat exchange. It also shows why this thing works so well. Always keep in mind, I always remind you, you're heating up to what, 25, 30,000 gallons of water. It takes a lot of energy to do that. But when you start getting this much buildup on your lines, that's insulating your lines. It doesn't take really a rocket scientist to figure that out. Anyway, just thought I'd show you this just to give you an idea of what this unit really looks like. Now you can take this out. Literally, it's not bolted in or anything. You literally, once the lines are unhooked, there's my lines on the ground. Once you're unhooked here, you just undo those hose clamps, and that thing pulls right out. Literally, there's nothing to it. It's just heavy. So I'm going to do this one more time before the end of the season, or I guess this will probably be the last time I do it before we're done. We're getting to it's like September 13, 14, 15, something like that. I'll do this one more time to get her done and to put it in reference. I'm going to open up the firebox. There's your firebox opening, and I'm going to stick my hand in it. Literally, it's right there. So when you're burning that fire is right on that. And they say that that's 200 feet of stainless steel tubing. Now, I have burned it out. You can kind of run it with no water and get a small fire. And once that creosote starts to burn, that whole thing will be glowing. But it'll get rid of all of it, that's for sure. I'm going to give this a one-time try. I should not one time, but I'm going to give it a run of just scraping all this off. I'm just going to stick a brush all the way in there like I'm cleaning a chimney and just get the bulk of it off. Because I just want, better heat exchange. I would say don't get discouraged about this, because anytime you're running something, cold water through a metal line in extreme heat, the creosote's going to build up. The same thing that happens in your chimney. And that's it for now. So there you go. So here's my poor man's brush. This is just a cheap, it's a cheap thing from like Menards. I don't know, for like $1 or something, but it works fine. I just took a 3/4, I don't know what you call it, like a fence post stick or a stake. I use this, actually, this is one of the sticks that was used to build my fence. But these things are handy too. You can get a whole bundle of these for like nothing. But there's my brush. All right, so here's my poor man's brush. And I mean, I'm able to get this thing like really in there. You know what I mean? Just to give it a nice once over. You really do not have to do anything crazy to do this. You're just trying, I mean, look at all that stuff coming out. That's quite a bit. You know, just give it a nice once over. Just clean the inside of your box out. And this makes a massive, massive difference. So I guess last point to make is that, you know, let me stop my stick a little bit. This first layer of buildup, you know, that thin layer, that real sticky layer, that once it gets hot, it gets real sticky. I guess right there in the center of the screen right there. That builds up quick. That is going to happen no matter what. It's kind of like washing a dirt bike. You can wash it and you can get all crazy about it, but the first time you ride it, it's going to get a little bit dirty right out the gate. I mean, so the question is like, how much is it worth actually really cleaning this thing where it's like spit shined? And probably not enough, because the cleaner those lines are, the faster that stuff's going to build up. What you really want to get rid of is that real thick stuff that brushes off real easy, and that's plenty fine. Honestly, the amount that you gain by really going crazy about keeping this is not worth the work. You know, this is a, I don't know, kind of like archaic, way of doing this, but man, is it so worth it. So I'm gonna but I'm gonna take this all through this, and like I said, that's the big stuff there, it comes right off. Again, I got a mask on because I can't imagine that breathing this is a good thing. So I'm gonna just clean it all up and I'll put it back together and I'll be back to burning and heating again. There you go. So what I did is just a cheap brush. I just drilled a 1/4 inch hole in the end of that rod and kind of made me a long scrubber. And it didn't cost me but $2 or something. And I think it'll last forever probably. So there you go. I just wanted to really give a video showing somebody who's interested, like what's inside this thing. And I have taken this out before, and it's heavy, and I hope to never have to take it out again. I took it out of pure curiosity. And there you go.